All right, hello and welcome into the show, everyone. I'm Preston Poole. That's Tyler Adams. This is Unadvised here on the Sports Animal YouTube, Facebook, and on our very own X account. That startled me. It was a little too loud in my headphones. T-Bag, how are you doing on this fine Sunday evening, I should say?
I think I have back problems officially.
You're turning into an old man.
The last week has been rough, and I don't know what it is, but today I'm like, oh, this is it's not fun. I'm turning old.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I feel like every other week it's something new where I'm like, yep, that's what happens.
We're getting washed. I literally gonna reach for my water bottle and I almost knock it off the table. That's how washed we're getting. I got it though. I got it a little.
A lot to talk about today in the football world. We'll even get into some Thunder basketball as well, as they're 3-0 on the season, and they've got a back-to-back coming up on Monday and Tuesday. First, though, let's start in the college football world. T-Bag. Where am I going? Here we go. College football. Oklahoma drops one at home to Ole Miss, 34-26. I know our coworker Al Eshbach was just.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at you, Preston. I just started laughing. I'm sorry.
No, it is what it is. Look,
Al was great in the post game. Al was fantastic in the post game.
I mean, just absolutely screaming his ass off about how, I thought this defense was supposed to be the best in the country, blah, 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 which, again, it was going into this game. But Ole Miss's offense also is one of the best offenses in the country, right? So I think what they gave up 32 points, really, because of the safety. So I don't think you score close to 30 points. That should be good enough to win you a game in the SEC. So I think the defense probably deserves a little bit of the blame, but the offense takes the rest of the blame, the majority of the blame.
It's just not been able to get figured out on the offensive side of the football under Brent Venables' tenure.
And the thing is, I don't think it's
it's
play calling either. I think it's just the players.
You gotta clean house now with everyone.
Yeah.
With probably everyone but Arbuckle and Matier on the opposite side of the football.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, Xavier Robinson and Torrey Blaylock. That's a good 1-2 punch running back. Matier, although he's not playing good right now, I think we all know at his best he's a good college quarterback, and we've seen him do it. Not doing it right now, but you also need to go out and you need to get a better offensive line just altogether. And you got to go out and get wide receivers. I think that's very clear. I know I saw yesterday someone was talking about how, and I forgot about this, that there's all these not even rumors, just reports coming out after the portal and this roster was set, that Oklahoma didn't prioritize wide receiver in the portal like they were other positions. And I think that's coming back to kind of bite them, because you kind of just look down the SEC and college football together. Everyone seems to have that dude, and OU just does not have that dude. Satang is a very good receiver, but Deion Burks only having 37 yards or whatever yesterday, like, it's just, to keep up and to be at the upper echelon, you need to have that playmaker on offense, and OU just doesn't have it.
Yeah, Ole Miss had 3 sacks yesterday and 6 tackles for loss. So 9 times Oklahoma was stopped in the backfield. I thought there was times yesterday where Matier held on to the ball way too long. He could have thrown the ball away in the fourth quarter going down the stretch. I mean, there was plays where they had Giovanni Gibson wide open down the sideline. I'm not saying he was going to go in and score, but that was, could have picked up first downs to get you closer. That Matier just sailed the ball over his head. That one, I think, that officially ended them. Satania was open, like right at the line to gain for a first down. He tries to fit it into Gibson, overthrows it to him. And it goes out of bounds, and you're done there. So that was decision making on John Matier's part late in that game. I thought he played fine in the first half. I thought the first half was okay. I think they were down 12 at a half, but I mean, I didn't feel like there was like too many mistakes. It just felt like Ole Miss was the better team in the first half, and then in the third quarter, Oklahoma outscored them 16-3. So, but the fourth quarter was just miserable for the Oklahoma offense.
Yeah, it just stalled out once again, and it's another just case of an OU team shooting themselves in the foot. Well, this time it wasn't clock management; it was just a lot of pre-snap penalties and being undisciplined. R. Mason Thomas getting that offsides, like that's just stuff that can't happen. And it's one of those things where you have 2 losses now, and you're looking at 1 or 2 more at least. And it's just the same thing over and over, Preston. And
dude, the amount of penalties that the Oklahoma gets called on them is insane.
It's crazy. They're off the thing is, it's like we've gone from with OU football, like all these off the field issues, but like nothing on the field, like pretty disciplined on the field, to like completely disciplined on the or off the field, but on the field, it's just the most undisciplined team ever. And it's been like this every year under Brent. It's not changing. And so that's where I'm like, I don't think OU should fire. If they lose their next 4, then that's a different conversation. But they go 8-4, 9-3. That's what we all kind of thought at the beginning of the season. And I don't think OU should hire Brent, especially with this coaching cycle. That's about to just go chaotic with all these SEC jobs, especially opening up. But it's going to be, I mean, he's going to have to get like 10 wins next year, in my opinion, to keep his job. Like, it's going to be, he's going to be on the hot seat big time next season. It's going to be really, really hard for him to keep it if OU drops, 2 more games here, 3 more games.
And the good thing is
it's just the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the same thing over and over.
Yeah. And the good thing is, T-Bag, they only have to play Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, and all these other teams next year. So that's it. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. The defense had 14 tackles for loss yesterday. They had a sack as well. That's good. I mean, they were able to get into the backfield. Trinidad Chambliss, though, it just went out and proved that he was the better quarterback in the matchup. Threw for 315 yards and a touchdown. He was great. Who was the wide receiver for them? Watkins, I believe, is the freshman.
Watkins.
Had 111 yards. It was.
It's like all these teams, they just have that dude. They just have that playmaker on the outside, and that's just, I think, OU's is something they're big time missing.
And the thing is, it's not like this year, especially, it's not like they're like that far away from being a good team, right? It's just A, the penalties, and B, the offensive line.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
And like last year, it's like we could have said the same. It's like, well, never mind. Last year, the offense was so bad on so many different levels. But I mean, a lot's gonna have to change this offseason. Like, you're gonna have to fix a lot of issues because this offense is obviously, I mean, it's better. It's a lot better than what it was last year, but it's not near what you need to win SEC games. Or just, I mean, SEC, again, it's in my opinion the closest thing to the NFL in the sense of week in and week out. It's a team that can beat you. I mean, who's the worst in the SEC right now? Arkansas.
I mean, maybe
they took Texas A&M to all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. And like, look at Texas A&M. Like, their offense had to win in that game. They have a great defense, but their offense had to win in that Arkansas game. And that's just what happens, because whenever you play teams like this with dudes everywhere, sometimes your defense just may not be there, even if it is a top 10, top 5 defense in the country. It's just how it is, because this league's so competitive, and you need that offense. And OU just doesn't have it right now. And it's problems that can be fixed, but there's going to be people that are going to have to transfer out, transfer in, coaches that leave, and coaches come in. It's going to be a big fix.
Oh, no, they'll have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Harry says, I hate to even ask, but does OU need a new offensive line coach? Bedenbaugh is a legend, but he can't stick around forever.
Bedenbaugh is my favorite OU figure to ever exist. Like, I love that. Like, I think the world of him. Number one, I mean, I'm an offensive line guy. That's what I played. And number two, he's just the ultimate football guy, always with a chaw, and like, just seems like a cool dude. Like, my favorite OU figure of all time. And I would love for him to just drive up an hour and a half north to come to Stillwater. But I think his time at OU is looking done.
Oh, no. I mean, he's been at Oklahoma for
12, 13 years.
Yeah, a long time, almost 15 years, probably, something like that. So, I mean, look, it wouldn't surprise me if there were a lot of changeover. Maybe Arbuckle wants to bring his own guys in. if he stays at Oklahoma past this season. And
John
so
Finley's got it. I mean, it's
that's one of the tight end has been non-existent.
Yeah.
Since what, Mark Andrews?
Like Canic's a good number 2 tight end, number 3 tight end, but he's not a number 1 tight end.
Yeah. I like his playmaking ability and his ability to catch the ball, but he and the rest of the tight ends can't block to save their lives.
No.
There was one play. It was actually the play where they got the safety, where you see one of the tight ends pulling to go and block for Blaylock, and he just gets obliterated by the defensive lineman that was coming through the middle. So it's just a lot of that stuff. And like T-Bag said, it's the same thing over and over and over again under Brent Venables so far at Oklahoma. So I'm not smart enough to know what the fix is, but for me, you got to start with the offensive line, the receivers, and go from there. I do think they have a good stable of running backs with Blaylock and Robinson.
Yeah,
but there and then again late in that game, it's like they went away from Xavier Robinson, who, by the way, T-Bag had the best game from an OU running back all season. He was averaging 12 yards a carry, and in the fourth quarter, what did they do? They said, actually, John Mateer, how about you go ahead and try and run the football? And that just did absolutely nothing for them. Mateer had 13 carries and 17 yards yesterday.
Yeah, okay, with Mateer, do you think he's got, because there's this lower leg thing that people keep talking about, do you think he's got something else? Because he's not the same guy right now.
No, he doesn't look as fast as what he did in the first couple of games. He looks like,
and like they need to stop running. They need
him.
to stop running him. They need to stop running him. It's not working.
Yeah,
you got to stop running. That's my biggest criticism on Arbuckle right now. Is like, why are you running Mateer? Like, why?
Yeah. And I mean, I get it.
17 yards.
I get it. That's part of their offense is running the quarterback or his offense, but
it's not working. It's not working.
Exactly. No, 100%. And I know, I don't know the because I wasn't on social media yesterday. I was just hanging out with some friends at a birthday party, and then went to work. So I wasn't on my phone much. So I didn't get a chance to see what the discourse was online during the game. But after the game, we had a call. After the Thunder game, we had a call.
Was Thunder pre and post just talking about OU?
Basically, yeah, that and college football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we got a call, and it's like people just want to compare every Oklahoma quarterback to Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray. And I'm like, I don't think you guys realize that those are like two generational guys that schools are lucky to even get one of those guys. Yeah. And Oklahoma got two of them at the same time.
Back to back. Yeah. Like Kyler was a backup to Baker. Like a Heisman was a backup to a Heisman. Yeah. But the OU quarterback pressure. Four Heisman Trophy quarterbacks since 2003?
Jason White, Bradford,
Since 2000, you have a national champion, followed by Heisman winner, followed by Heisman winner, followed by Landry Jones. Then that weird 2013, 2014 time frame. And then you go from Baker, Kyler, Jalen Hurts, Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams. We saw the stat the other day. Like every quarterback since 2015 for you was starting in the NFL.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, every quarterback.
And so for fans out there to like be like, well, he's not like any of those guys. No one's like those guys.
Yeah.
No one is.
That's just the pressure that comes with being an OU quarterback. It's just, I get it. I get what you're saying, because you're exactly right. That's like the rational way to look at it. But like, if you're just an OU fan, you're like, hey, if you're an OU fan that's 30 years old, you're like your age, Preston, 30, 35, you're like, hey, ever since I've been watching OU football, like we've had either a Heisman winning quarterback or an NFL guy or a guy that won the national championship with Josh Heupel. Like that's just the expectation that comes along with it.
By the way, I still got a little over a month before I'm 30, so don't be throwing that around.
I said right around now. Your age, around. Hey man, I just turned 26. I got back home, so I'm coming.
Robert on Facebook says, "Enjoy the content, fellas. Thank you. Best case scenario, you finished 8-4, maybe 7-5. Two questions: is 8-4 a good season, or is 7-5 another disappointment?
It's 7-5 is a disappointment for sure.
If we're talking Oklahoma football wise, 8-4 is a disappointment, and 7-5 is a major disappointment.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just the case.
I mean, imagine going in whenever you go to the Cotton Bowl at 5-0. Imagine saying, "Hey, you're going to finish 8-4, 7-5." You're probably like, "No, we're
Yeah.
not. We're
Yeah.
going to go 3-4, 2-5 the rest of the way." Like, no one thought that. So yeah, it's a disappointment. If you would have asked in August, is 8-4 a disappointment? And you would have been like, I mean, it kind of depends how we get there, and it would be if we beat Texas at 8-4. Da, da, da. But yeah, 8-4 right now is a disappointment for sure.
Yeah. And to be fair, I'm not saying this is like, Brent Venables' fault. I think if Lincoln Riley were still the head coach, they'd be in the same situation.
Yeah.
Now they'd be scoring 60 points a game, but they'd also be giving up about 65 points a game.
Yeah.
So I just think they'd be in the same scenario either way. So all right, let's go to let's go.
OSU lost 42-0. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do we really need to say about that game?
Yeah, like the post game with me and Matt Meyer, the post game we kind of talked about like Texas Tech. Texas Tech did it, and I'll just rerun the post game show real quick, Preston. Texas Tech, yeah, they're good. They didn't impress me all too much today, but they still won 42-0. They didn't play great. They need
third string quarterback. They
need Baron
to.
Morton back. Yeah. They have a really good defense. Jacob Rodriguez is a stud. He makes me think of Malcolm Rodriguez, so I love him. Yeah, let's talk the rest of college football. Yeah,
there was a point. It was during our Thunder pregame show where Oklahoma State was down 28-0. I think maybe 21-0. And the third string quarterback for Tech had just went in, and I asked Gideon, I'm like, "Did Tech's quarterback get hurt?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're down to their third string." And I'm like, "Well, there's never a better chance than now to go out and win a football game, right?"
Yeah.
And then Tech just proceeded to keep piling.
That was never gonna happen. That was never gonna happen. Like in theory, it's like, yeah, there's never a better chance, but then you remember like OSU is just, I think it's official the worst team in Power 4.
Yeah.
Maybe West Virginia.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They are
favored.
They're down there.
They're bad.
All right, well, let's talk about another game which could feature Oklahoma State's new head coach. That's Texas A&M beating the LSU Tigers. How about Brian Kelly heading north to Stillwater?
No. He is going as north can get, man. Stillwater is way too southern for that guy still. He is petrified of this area.
That topic took up a good 10 to 15 minutes on the Thunder postgame show of Brian Kelly, the new head coach at Oklahoma State.
No chance. Wisconsin. Watch out. He's going to be the next head coach at Wisconsin. That's my prediction.
I mean, A&M was down 14-8 at halftime, and then after halftime, they just turned it on. Garrett Nussmeier, I don't know what's happened to him, who possessed his body before the season, but he's been not good. And again, I said this before the season started. If LSU goes out and they lose a few games, they're just going to mail it in the rest of the season.
He's going to be LSU no matter what happens. He's good. Like that.
It feels like LSU now is just going to mail it in. I mean,
yeah, Brian Kelly might be fired any second. Like
Thamel repeated that or reported that. I mean, that they were having discussions about that. So yeah, I mean, that's a thing where we could wake up tomorrow morning and LSU could be a job opening.
Yeah. Preston, I think it's safe to say that me and you are both haters of the Texas A&M Aggies.
Oh, 100%.
I gotta admit something. They looked the players, the fans,
they're pretty damn
everything.
Good.
They're pretty good, but also they looked pretty cool last night. Sawing the horns off in the post game. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. If you take over Baton Rouge like that and empty out their stadium, and you have all your fans gather, singing your fight song like that, it's got aura like that. And I have to admit that last night for the first time, I was like, "Is Texas A&M kind of cool?" And then I had some clarity after that. I was like, "No, they're not. No, they're not." But in the moment there for a second, I was like,
"Yeah,
are they kind of cool?"
As good of a win as that was, and as cool as that might have seemed, you sit back at the end of the day and still say, "No, there's still a bunch of cultish losers."
Yes. Like I said, it's solely because they did it in Death. It's because Death Valley has that much aura that whenever you take over Death Valley, it's like, all right, that's why.
Harry
Yeah,
says
I
that
got dirty there for a second last night.
the buyout for Brian Kelly is huge. That doesn't
Yeah, it's
matter.
like 53 million.
That doesn't matter.
We learned that the mob is still alive and
Yeah.
well recently in Riverboat Gamblers, New Orleans. There's a French New Orleans mob out there that's ready to pony up.
By the way, remind me to get into that because yeah, waking up the other day and realizing that the mafia was still around was quite the surprise. Alabama taken to the brink by
Yeah,
South Carolina in South Carolina last night.
I was
Alabama escapes 29-22.
a gritty win by Alabama. Like it's not a pretty win. It's not like oh that impressed me, but like that's something good teams do. Like they found a way to win when it looked like they were going to get upset, but they never stopped fighting. And when South Carolina gave them opportunities, Alabama took complete advantage of the opportunity. So impressive, gritty, impressive win in that sense.
I don't know if that's a game Alabama wins last year.
No,
Yeah,
they
I think they
fooled
lose
last
that
year.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Ty
good bounce
Simpson
back
effect.
for them. Georgia Tech remains undefeated. They beat Syracuse. Miami was tied with Stanford at halftime. And I was like, oh, here we go again, Mario Cristobal. But they end up winning 42-7.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt beats Missouri 17-10. That was kind of a crazy game going down to the wire. And the Commodores are securely in the top 10.
If they win this week, if they beat Texas, they're going to the playoff. Just book it. They're going to the
Yeah.
playoff. If they beat Texas this weekend, Vanderbilt will be in the playoff. Let that one. Vanderbilt, Indiana, and Georgia Tech are all playoff contenders right now. Let that one
Yeah.
sink in.
Yeah. In Indiana might be the best team in the country.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll find out. But
BYU picks up a big win, 41-27
came
at
back from the
Iowa
dead.
State.
Came back from the dead. It looked like Iowa State just kind of run away with that one or had control of that one. Then BYU found a way to win.
Virginia sneaks by Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar Heels in
I'm
overtime.
telling you, man, there's a path for Virginia to be in the playoff conversation going into week
7-1. Yeah,
I know. They have a chance to finish 11-1 and be in the ACC championship. People are going to be arguing for them.
They were 16 last week, so they're in the top 15 this week. Tennessee beats Kentucky. OU will travel to Tennessee this upcoming Saturday, 6:30 kickoff in Knoxville. So that'll be an exciting one. I believe Tennessee opened already as a 3-point favorite in that one. So it'll be interesting to see how that line goes. How about the Memphis Tigers taking down South Florida 34-31?
The American race for the playoff right now. Or there's a couple group of 5, not FBS, group of 6 teams battling for the playoffs right now. You got Navy undefeated, Tulane undefeated, Memphis undefeated or not undefeated, 7-1. South Florida 6-2, but one of their losses is to Miami. If they win out, they'll have an argument. And then you also have the Mountain West race, which let me get to that. You have the Mountain West race of Boise State, which they probably have an uphill battle, but San Diego State too at 6-1. There's a big race for this group of 6, and this is so we got to start keeping your eye out for those big matchups.
By the way, Memphis 17 points in the fourth quarter to come back and win that one. So that was a good win for the
They're
Tigers.
the Broncos of college football.
Yeah,
I mean, except the Broncos not today, but a lot. They just kind of come back in the fourth quarter to win.
Cincinnati beats up on Baylor, and then probably one of the most interesting games that happened in Starkville, Mississippi last night.
Mississippi State fans have been through the ringer this year.
They got that Arizona State win, and then after that, it's been hell for them.
It has been hell. They lost to Tennessee at home in overtime. They lost to Florida when they should have won. They should have won by Florida. They should have beat Florida so bad that Florida still fired Billy Napier after that game.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much Mississippi State should have won that game. And then last night happens, being up 17 with 9 minutes left, choking it away.
I mean, they got scored 24-7 in the fourth quarter. They got outscored.
Because they're good. That's the thing. Yeah. They're good. They're just not doing the thing you need to be solidified as a good team and win. Like the thing that matters they're not doing, but they're staying in the games.
So yeah, they dropped one to Texas 45-38 at home. And then Houston upsets Arizona State 24-16.
Preston, the Big 12 is a two-bid league. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some good football teams in this conference. Top heavy, very top heavy. But BYU is really good. Cincinnati, I mean, they play Utah this week. If they win that, even if they drop one more and they go 10-2, they got to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, obviously. Houston, obviously. Utah can still win out. Arizona State is not going to be in the conversation, but they can still find a way to backdoor their way into the Big 12 conference with championship game with how crazy this league is. I think the Big 12 might end up being a bid league when it's all said and done.
That would be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
The ACC would need to collapse. I need ACC to collapse, but
yeah.
Let's see. Because right now the ACC is a two big league for sure. Because the Big Ten, they just don't really have it this year. They have 3 teams that are going to get in. The SEC probably has 3 teams that are going to get in, maybe 4. Let's go see. SEC. I mean, it just kind of depends what happens the rest of the way. Because I don't think Texas is going to get in. Tennessee could very well not get in. OU, Missouri. There's a bunch of teams that very well might not get in out of the SEC. You got a couple that are probably already circled in, like A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, I think. Alabama's getting there. Vanderbilt. But, it's Vanderbilt. Got to wait and see. Just telling you, with the Big Ten not having a lot of bids, if the SEC kind of beats itself up, and then the ACC just is a one big league, Big 12 two bid league.
That'll be interesting to see as we go further down through the season. I was trying to find this play in this North Carolina State Pitt game that happened yesterday. Do you remember growing up the clip from the guy playing Madden? He was the Packers, and I believe it was Greg Jennings, the wide receiver in Madden. He broke his leg, but he still was able to. The guy was still able to get him to go 60 yards into the end zone, and he was like, "You put the team on your back, well," stuff like. You remember that clip? Well, it's a famous clip. You'll have to go search it.
I've probably seen it.
You probably have. But this happened yesterday in the North Carolina State game. Now, the guy didn't break his leg, but it was a quarterback pass to a wide receiver who threw it downfield to I believe a running back or a fullback. The fullback / running back catches it, teabag, and he runs 5 to 10 yards, pulls his hamstring, and he's got wide open space. He's got to go probably 30 to 40 more yards. So he is just hopping and skipping, trying to get to the end zone, and he ends up scoring for North Carolina State.
That's awesome.
And it just reminded me of that old Madden clip. So I was trying to figure out who that was, but on here I don't see it on here, so I don't know exactly who the guy was, but it was quite the play, and it reminded me of that old. That was like YouTube 1.0. Where stuff just gets posted on there and you just happen to find it. That was before social media, so that was one of the first viral clips that I remember.
Yeah, I've probably seen it, but not off the top of my head. But shout out that North Carolina State guy. Yes. That's a football guy right there.
All right, let's look ahead to next week. Big games next week, obviously. 18 Oklahoma at number 14 Tennessee. ESPN has Tennessee as a 3.5-point favorite.
I'm so stoked that this is a night game. Yes, because I'm just I haven't with the work schedule, which I'm not complaining. Love our job. I haven't been able to go out to a bar a lot and watch college football, and with the way that the OSU game is lining up, being done with post game, probably around the end of the first quarter of the OU game, be able to go out with my buddies and watch college football. I'm stoked. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, it's I'm glad because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go do.
Or just go to a watch party in general. Yeah. And then also waking up early.
Saturday is my buddy's 30th birthday party, and I would assume that we will be probably a little banged up Saturday night.
Yeah. I have a Halloween party Friday, and then gonna go out with my OU friends on Saturday and watch a game with them.
It might get to a dire state depending on how things go in Knoxville.
And then I get
Penn
to go watch
State,
a bunch of. And then I get to go watch a bunch of 10-year-olds in a play on Sunday. Great way to milk my hangover.
Perfect thing, yeah, to
Yeah,
treat
perfect.
Right. This one, if you told us 7 weeks ago, Penn State, Ohio State, we would have been like, oh hell yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's like, all right, no one's even going to watch that game. We do
Big
have
noon kickoff
Vanderbilt.
still. Gosh.
Yeah. We do have Vanderbilt at Texas at 11 a.m., which is gross. But we have that this weekend.
That's good if you're Vanderbilt, though.
That is.
That's good if you're Vanderbilt. Yeah. Better than a 2:30 or night game.
We have Miami at SMU. Miami should win that one. It feels like. But again, yeah, not really many other.
The best part about this whole slate, Preston, is our Pac-12 or our Big 12 after dark game is Cincinnati, Utah. Like it's a top 25 matchup.
And that's our game day is going to be there.
Game day is going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get a football game that's actually going to be on till like 12:30 in the morning. I mean, then we have that every weekend, but a lot like last night it was Utah versus Colorado, which woof, Dion, woof, 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 woof. OSU hasn't even done what you did last night, and OSU is horrible, and still they are not putting up nearly those kind of numbers. Not even Oregon could do that to OSU. Woof, that was atrocious football. But that's a lot of times what we get is these bad games, and we have a legit great top 25 matchup at 9:15 on Saturday.
Harry mentions the extra hour of sleep Sunday due to the time change. I was thinking that T-Bag gets an extra hour at the bar this Saturday.
Yeah, this is also my least favorite time of the year. I'm an outside guy. Yeah. I go outside all the time, even if it's just to sit down. And this is a time of year where my outside time gets very limited, and it makes me very sad. So this is where the winter is coming.
Especially when it's still like, which I guess this last couple of days it hasn't been 80 degrees, but when it's 80 degrees,
good weather. Yeah.
All right, let's switch over to the NFL real quick. Talk about some of the games that happened today. This one just went final. The Broncos beat up on the Cowboys 44-24. The Broncos pretty good so far this year. Bo Nix 4 touchdowns, 247 yards passing, and the Cowboys they just can't get it going. Dallas Cowboys.
They're on paper, they're fun, but then
one of the best offenses in the league.
Half the time.
Yeah. The Broncos defense is really good though.
It is,
so that's Broncos
have looked really good today. They woke up. They kind of woke up finally.
And how about this upset? The Miami Dolphins take down the Atlanta Falcons 34-10.
Look, I'm starting to lean that Zach Robinson's going to be the next coach at Oklahoma State. And I'm going to buy into it 100%. You best believe if that gets announced. I want him to bring offensive coordinator though if he comes. I'll say it. I know it's NFL and all this now. He has moments where he looks good. He's so inconsistent. Like, I'm sorry, call it how I see it. He's been very inconsistent as an offensive coordinator, and his entire fan base wants him fired. So, like,
let me ask you this: if you had a guy named Bijan Robinson in your backfield as your running back, would you give him 9 or more carries?
Probably more.
Well, he had 9 carries today for 25 yards.
Yeah. I will buy all in on Zach Robinson like no one's ever bought it on a guy before. Trust me, I will. But right now, while he's not currently my guy, he's not really doing a good job. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, and that's kind of why I was just like,
And I know Michael Penix didn't play today, but he said Kirk Cousins is his backup. Yeah. Kirk Cousins, like a really good quarterback.
And that's kind of why I was just, and you could probably speak more to this, but all the Oklahoma State fans saying Zach Robinson, Zach Robinson, Zach Robinson. I'm like, but what really has he done in the NFL to be like, okay, we want this guy to switch from the NFL to college and run our program in one of the most critical moments in our program's history?
You know what it is, Preston? And I'll say it. It's insecurity.
Yeah.
It's OSU fans insecure that the next coach is going to come here and leave for a better job. I don't care if that – I will like if OSU gets a great coach and he leaves after 5 years to take the LSU job with Alabama, whatever. Like, yeah, in that moment, I'll be like, oh, I'll be like, F this guy, blah, blah, blah. Right now, where we stand right now, yeah, sign me up. Sign me the hell
Yeah.
up. And also another thing that's with this insecurity with OSU, it's like the little brother syndrome. It is. It's they're like, oh, all these good jobs are like, yes, they are. But stick your freaking chest out and be like, hey,
Yeah.
look what we've done for the last 20 years. We've proven you can win at a high level here on a consistent basis. And look at the NIL we're pouring into, because I think it's getting proven day by day. Like, or not proven, but like being assured every day. It's like, hey, the money is here. Whether it's Weiberg talking, whether it's the boosters talking, whether it's people around the program talking, whether it's national people talking that have talked to people that like want the job. Like the money's at Oklahoma State. Is it Ohio State money? No, but it's elite Big 12 money.
Yeah.
OSU fans, if Zach Robinson, the main reason you want him is just because he's going to come here, like he'd be the guy that will come here and stay here.
I don't know if you can guarantee that he would stay. I don't think you can guarantee he would stay, because what happens if an NFL job opens up and he has done a really good job at Oklahoma State, turn the program around?
Oh, yeah.
And he bolts the NFL because it's obvious he wants to be in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying like he would pass up on the Oklahoma State.
No,
you would imagine the NFL would be like the ultimate goal for him.
If he comes to Oklahoma State and he lights it up, and then a team opens up like, oh my gosh, we should get Zach here.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Again, I think if Zach Robinson is your 1-1 for Oklahoma State coach right now, I think it's kind of a cop-out answer, but I'll say this, Preston. I mean, I'm not going to report it, but I think it's going to be Zach Robinson.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Zach Robinson. So I'll buy in, but I'm also a depressed guy with football lately, so I'm kind of just like a pessimist on the
matter. It's a shame they didn't give James Franklin or Brian Kelly a shot, but we can.
James Franklin, Brian Kelly. If we got that guy here, it'd be hard. It'd be hard to support. It'd be really hard to support Brian Kelly.
Yes,
really
I'm with you.
Him or Hugh Freeze would be the only two coaches that OSU could hire, and I'd be like, I'll support him. But
checkered past is what you would have to
not
say.
Good people. Not good people that I'm willing to defend.
The Jets. How about the Jets? There's no longer any winless teams in the NFL. By the way, I don't know if you saw Nick Mangold passed away this morning.
Sad. So
seemed like a great guy from all the stuff that I saw on social media and some of the podcasts that I watched. He would hop on with him. Was battling, trying to find a new kidney, and ended up passing away due to complications with a kidney disease that he was going through. So that was really sad. But the Jets were able to go out and get a win for him today.
Awesome.
And they beat the Bengals 39-38. They scored 23 points in the fourth quarter to rally back and win.
I started Justin Fields. I have him on a bench in our league, but in another league, I started Justin Fields, and I had like a 10% chance to win going into today. He's boosting me up to 60% chance. So shout out Justin Fields.
He had 244 yards and a touchdown. What did he have on the ground?
Woody Johnson talks, you know what? And kind of.
He had. I'm looking at. He had 31 yards rushing. I thought he had more than that, but they had 500 yards as a team. So, good for the Jets. Good win for them. They are no longer defeated. They have a win. Patriots beat up on the Browns. We expect that. When does Shedeur start at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Because Dylan Gabriel ain't it. I'm afraid.
You got to at some point.
Might as well just try it.
Yeah, to see what you got. Like, what are you gonna? Yeah. Soon, maybe give one more game, 1 or 2 more games. I mean, we're still early in the season or midway through the season, so still a lot of time.
The Eagles beat the Giants 38-20, but the biggest story here is Cam Scatterbo. His ankle was on sideways, so it looks like he's done for the season. They've already lost.
It went from like one of the most watched teams to
now it's not going to be any good. Yeah, it's going to suck. That sucked. Saquon though, 150 yards and a touchdown.
Eagles back.
Eagles. I don't think they ever left. First of all, I mean,
They lost 2 in a
They
row.
lost 2 games. I don't think they ever left. The Bills beat up on the Panthers. Andy Dalton turns out not good at quarterback. James Cook, though, 216 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. He was an animal
Woo!
today.
I didn't realize he had that much.
Yeah, he was on one. And then your Bears, their win streak stops. The Ravens. Now, are the Ravens back is the question I might ask, because it seems like Lamar is going to be back next week. And the Ravens looked at least competent today on offense.
Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley, who's all of a sudden they goes by Snoop.
That's what I've been trying to figure out. When the hell did we start calling him Snoop?
Super annoying whenever Snoop is balling against your team. I'm not going to go here yet, Preston. But again, I got my pessimism going.
Yeah.
Might need to have a conversation about Caleb Williams coming up. Not this episode. Not this episode, but
maybe 285 yards today.
Yeah. A lot of those were, like 80 of them were from that DJ Moore play at the very end. That was empty yards.
Yeah. The Texans beat the 49ers 26-15. It seemed like there for a little bit that the Niners were going to get back into this one, but they dropped one to the Texans. They're 5-3 on the season. Texans 3-4. The Buccaneers beat the Saints 23-3. This was an ugly game. This was an absolutely ugly game. 0 points in the first quarter between these two teams. Spencer Rattler got benched late in the game.
Oh, he did? Shut him in?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to this one whatsoever.
The Buccaneers' first touchdown of the game was a 2-yard pick six that Rattler threw. It was like he was trying to throw it over the defensive lineman's head, but he just threw it right into his hands instead.
It's gonna be such a good feeling for defensive linemen. It's like, thank you.
Yeah. And then the Colts keep rolling. They beat up on the Titans 38-14.
Titans still suck.
Yeah, Titans.
You should start fading the Titans, because I keep looking at the Titans. Like today was like a 14.5 point spread. I was like, too big.
Yeah.
No. Who cares? Who cares?
There's no spread too big to
start fading.
It's kind of like me with Oklahoma State, where I look at it, I'm like 28.5, 38.5.
Hey, I might just have to fade OSU the last 4 games. Like if I'm gonna sit and watch this team, because I know OSU fans out there that aren't even watching the games. Like they're not even watching anymore. I'm sitting there watching it, talking about it on the radio before and after. I might as well be allowed to make some money off of it. Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Is it blood money? Yeah. But you know what? After this season, I'll never do it again. But I think yesterday I was actually getting mad at myself. Like, why did I just put $50 on this? Because OSU is not only 1-7 on the field, they're also 1-7 against the spread. So
yes. By the way, yesterday was the first time an OU game this year hit the over. So for those people out there,
we called the under big time too, didn't we?
I know I have been betting on OU unders,
and
they've hit. So I did bet on the OU under yesterday, and it did not hit. Final game in the NFL, night game coming up here in about 30 minutes or so. Packers, Steelers. Who you got? Packers 2.5-point favorite.
Shame that this game is not in Lambeau. I know how the schedules work. So they should have just made an adjustment for this one. This one should have been in Lambeau, because this is probably Rodgers' last season. Let him go to Lambeau and play. It would have been awesome. I got the Steelers, though. Steelers at home. I know Green Bay's favored, but Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's old. He's old, I know, but he's Aaron Rodgers.
Not a revenge game, by the way, he says. Not a revenge game.
Not a revenge game. The bad man is coming.
That means it is totally a revenge game, and it should be treated as such. So,
yeah.
All right, before we get out of here, did want to talk about the biggest story in sports going on right now.
By far.
It was a good week to not be Chauncey Billups or why am I blanking on?
Terry Rozier.
Yeah, Terry Rozier. Because we didn't get knocks at the door waking us up in the morning to be arrested by the FBI. We didn't get basically roasted by the FBI in a press conference. And we did not have any involvement with the mafia, which, again, who's back of the week if we were to do that? It is the mafia. The mafia is back in a big way.
Yeah. So much so that they're threatening violence. Like you had like they're literally like, "Hey, we'll kill you," kind of stuff. There's like
Yeah,
all these reports and nicknames are awesome. Um, it also is just kind of crazy how Mark Rogers pointed this out. Uh, how all these websites and like ESPN and all these people sponsored by sports books, how they're just kind of keeping quiet about the situation altogether. When
yeah,
this is like a modern day Pete Rose, like if Chauncey Billups was, I know the poker stuff, and he hasn't. He was sports gambling, guys. I know everyone's like, oh, that was separate. No, he was sports gambling. There's a description of a current NBA coach that lives in Oregon that played in the NBA from 1997 to 2014,
and
started
as a
coaching in
coach,
2021. Yeah, it's Chauncey Billups, okay? Unless
yeah,
there's a Chauncey Billups 2.0, it was him. We have a modern day
uh,
Pete Rose here, and it's just like all of a sudden
yeah.
it's like, hey, just move on. Let's just move on.
Well, the thing
Crazy.
is like all of that stuff. Like if you do it legally with like the online sports books, like ESPN, DraftKings, FanDuel, and stuff like that, if big amounts of money come in on something like this, it's caught very easily, like with their
Mhm.
systems and stuff like that. So I don't think it's on like the sports books or anything like that. It's just a couple of bad like actors, like Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, stuff like
Well,
that.
so my theory, and I think when I say my theory, I think a lot of this is all true. You never know what's true and what's not true these days,
Yeah,
just because like
there's still a lot we need to learn about
there's still a
this.
lot we need to
Yeah,
learn. My thing, kind of what happened was Jonte Porter was in debt with some bad apples, and so he had to do the whole shaving his unders.
yeah.
And then he got arrested, snitched, which we do know he confessed to the FBI about all this stuff, and it's all just led down to this rabbit hole, pretty much.
Well,
And
and I
Chauncey
can
Billups, obviously, kind of a scumbag that no one
yeah.
saw coming.
It's very clear that Gilbert Arenas snitched as well
Oh
because
yeah, he admitted it. He
yeah,
just full on admitted it.
yeah,
He's like, I got a hot girl at home, or something. What did he say?
yeah,
He's like, I got a bad at home. Like,
yeah. Like, why do I want to be in jail?
yeah, why do I want to be in
So
jail?
yeah, so
I'd
yeah.
snitch too, for what it's worth. I'm a
Oh,
I'm a total
100%.
I'm a
Yeah.
total. You know what? I'd snitch too.
Call me a rat.
Yeah.
I'll squeal if you need me to.
Oh
All right.
no, I get out of jail, go to witness protection, live off the government's dollar into Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, count me in on that. So yeah, this is the biggest story going on. X-ray tables when it came to like the poker games that they were playing. So that was all like set up, marked cards. So like obviously they could see like the cards via the X-ray system and stuff like that. So it's just a
Yeah.
whole big thing that it's one of those things where we're gonna watch a documentary on this on Netflix here in like 5 years.
Scorsese, of
Uh
course, Scorsese. It's got to get the movie going too.
Yeah, maybe we can get a new season of The Sopranos to come
Yeah,
out now.
I said
So
I was joking like with my buddies, like Scorsese or the HBO. They gotta be start working on something.
yeah.
Like this is good.
Oh, I guarantee you they are working on
Yeah,
something right
this
now.
is good.
So
This is good stuff.
yeah. Other than that, I mean, what are your thoughts so far on the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I mean, just
Belt to
light
ass
work,
the other
belt to
night
ass.
against
Chet
Atlanta.
Chet's about to be unlocked. He's going to be inconsistent throughout the season, but expect that. He's only played really one full season if you add
Yeah,
everything together. So expect the inconsistency, but he's going to be unlocked. When Jado comes back, he's going to be a second team All NBA guy, calling it now. Case of Wallace. What is there? They're so good. They're so
yeah.
good. They're so good.
The double overtimes though. I hope we don't
Yeah,
even
those were
hit.
annoying.
I hope we don't hit another overtime at all this year. That would be perfect for me. But we'll see. They got the Mavericks tomorrow in Dallas, and then they play. Who am I I'm blanking on. They play
Kings.
Sacramento on
Yeah.
Tuesday, and then wrap it up for the week Thursday against the Wizards. So look, they should rattle off 3 more wins in a row, 4 more really, because they play the New Orleans Pelicans a week from today. So, and by the way, thank God that's a 2:30 tip on a Sunday. That's the perfect tip time for a Sunday, home for Sunday night football. So, yeah, Thunder are rolling right now, 3-0, and I got a handful of games this week, so that'll be fun. Anything else before we put a bow on this thing?
No, so I was looking at the Thunder schedule. Well, that's a win. That's a win. That's a win. No, I think we've got it all.
um, all right.
Thank God for the Thunder band. Like seriously,
Yes.
I mean, it's
The
The fact that
football
they're just really
landscape.
good is
Yeah.
helps a lot. Helps a lot with everything.
Yes, the football landscape in the state is in disarray right
Like
now.
2018 Thunder is like, well, now you'd be like, yeah, fun right now. But 2025 Thunder, like, yes,
Yes,
give
all
me every
in,
second,
all in.
every second.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. I don't know when our next show is gonna be because I've got obviously Thunder games this week and stuff like that. So we'll have to figure that out, but we'll tweet that out whenever we do figure it out. So enjoy Sunday night football. Enjoy the start of your week, and we'll talk to you guys next time. See you.